Every year in Australia, thousands of people are abused, but it's not by strangers. It's often by the people that we know and trust.
The financial abuse of older Australians takes many forms, and it's across a whole spectrum of activity. It can be something as simple as someone offering to go and do your shopping and pay your bills for you, and while they're there they spend your money on themselves, right through to pressuring someone into signing documents they don't understand, which may in fact mean that they've sold their family home. This is about the abuse of a trusted position of friendship or family relationships. In families, it's often called inheritance impatience, this sense of entitlement that some older adults feel about their parents' money, that somehow it's their money and they can start spending it earlier. And it's at the heart of that entitlement and abuse of trust that these things happen.
It's estimated that about 5% of Australians have suffered elder financial abuse, and as our population heads towards 40 million by 2055, that number is expected to increase.
Elder financial abuse happens within private homes, often going unreported because of embarrassment or unpleasant family dynamics.
Bank staff are often right at the front line of this kind of abuse. It's bank staff who see people being pressured in branches to sign things. It's bank staff and banks and their computers that can identify unusual behaviour in transaction accounts, so when large amounts are being withdrawn in an unusual way. And they're in a position to do something about that. But often their hands are tied. Much of this behaviour is criminal, and the police will act, but only if the person themselves is willing to take a case. And that's sometimes very difficult if the person who is abusing you is your adult son or daughter or a very close relative or some friend that you've trusted all your life.
Banks, through the ABA and seniors representatives, want 3 key changes to help make a real difference.
There are many things that we can do to improve our ability to tackle the financial abuse of older Australians. We believe that 3 key initiatives that could make a real difference are firstly, standardised legislation around Australia regarding powers of attorney. Currently it differs in every state and territory, and that's a very complex set of laws and regulations for bank staff to navigate when they suspect that something is going wrong. A national register of powers of attorney, something that bank staff can easily check. When someone says they have authority to act on your account, do they really? And can we check that much more quickly than we can now? And thirdly, somewhere where bank staff can report their suspicions, where those suspicions can be investigated and the older person can be protected.
If people become frail or more isolated as they age, finances become more difficult to manage, leaving them more vulnerable to abuse.
But there are things that can help now. Talk to your bank about automating some of your bills and payments. Ensure your power of attorney is trusted. If asked for a loan, discuss it with someone you trust, and never give anyone your password, PIN, banking cards or chequebook.
Older Australians have worked hard all their lives. They've raised families, they've contributed to our economy, and they've helped to build our nation. They deserve a peaceful retirement, one in which they can be confident that they will be protected and kept safe and that they are financially secure. As a country, I think we can all work together to make a real difference, and it is something that can be done and we should aspire to do it.